Hey guys. Uh, Not sure what we're doing today. We're doing a halfling. This is the next day after the first recording session, so this is a new one. I know it's kind of unclear because of how I've been recording and uploading. They're not the same. I'm not doing it at the same, I guess, in the same fashion. I don't know. We did dungeon, we did lair, so that leaves us with orc and then a ruin, right? For this part at least. Oppressive heat, that means that there's a volcano. Good, because then I can just go over here, use the magic mapping, of course, to guarantee that I get it. The reason I wouldn't normally use magic mapping, but I did so in this case because I feel like, let's actually take the ring of RF minus off, so I have RF plus. The reason why I decided that it was going to be a good idea is because, I don't know how to explain. What was I? I got lost, sorry. Yeah, I normally wouldn't, what do you call it? Damn it, I'm having a lot of difficulty with this, my apologies. I wouldn't normally use magic mapping, but because it's Orcish Mines, and it tends to be disconnected, I decided to just make full, make for certain, I guess, that I would get the benefits of this place. And I didn't really get anything from it, apart from this rapier, which I guess I'll use for now. It hits Mindalay at skill 14, and I'm at 13, so I might as well train a little bit. At the cost of, I suppose, evocations. I'll just get it to Mindalay and then I'll stop it, so it's not a big deal. It's doing quite nice damage against these enemies. Probably not as good as a sling anyway, but it'll do for now. So I remember I have Blink, Evocable Blink. I need to keep that in mind. I never remember to use it, so doing so is a good idea. Especially because at high evo, this has basically 100% chance of casting. It's as good as the spell, so I don't even have to learn Blink, which I was going to. So it's pretty cheap, because I'm already using Nemelex. I already have evocations. I don't really need anything else. I don't have to train my spellcasting and stuff. I might get haste this game. Not really sure. Depends on how my luck goes with the wands of hasting and stuff. If I don't get hasting wand, I might just go and train fighting and other cool stuff. Yeah, so orc, pretty straightforward. There's nothing really in here that I think would be dangerous. We have plenty of gold, so it's not a big deal. I think what we're looking for here is probably a Rod of Shadows. I think that's either a good weapon or a Rod of Shadows is going to be great. Demon Blade would be nice, Quick Blade would be nice. Let me think. Great Sling, of course. My armor's pretty good right now. I've got quite a decent set of resists and stuff. I should put the ring back on. Get the slaying. I guess poison resistance in any form would be pretty nice, but not that necessary. I will be going to Shoal first, I believe, because I think with Nemelex and all those options for ranged, I can pretty much battle out the merfolk without having to fear being kited around too much. The only issue is I might lose a lot of stones to the deep water, which is okay, I guess. It's a fair enough assumption that I'll lose stones. I have a lot of sling bullets now, which is good. I wasn't really expecting to have a lot, this many. I think last part I only had 30 or something, so this is a big. Seeing 130 in my inventory is pretty interesting. Don't know how I got those, but probably got them over time. It's alright. Fenfolio, Manual of Dodging is excellent. Book of Cantrips is also pretty good. Is Portal Projectile a thing still? It is, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I might actually pick that up, and I'll use translocations. That could be a really good and interesting strategy. Having smite targeted shots will mean that I am a lot more. Oh god, I got paralyzed. Having smite targeted shots increases my accuracy and lets me shoot over any summons that I want to make, which means that it naturally lends itself to a evocating summon style build. That seems fairly interesting, I guess, as a strategy. I haven't really considered it too much, apart from like literally just now. So we'll see how my items like develop. Once we get a better idea of how this character is going to run, it should be no problems. If I want to go more melee, it seems pretty reasonable to go more melee rather than going spells. Because, of course, the game does not need to be won with such fancy tricks at the end of the day. It just needs a little bit of smart positioning and a good amount of health. That's pretty much all you need to win, really. That's why I don't like Feel It and like all the squishy races. They are not really gonna do anything. Like they have no health, and that's really dangerous. All right, so the blue priest, the high priest, is gonna suck. So don't really have an option. I guess that's where Portal Projectile could come in handy. Like situations like that where I have to shoot over a target, like a annoying summon or something. That's a pretty good reason to get it, I guess. I'm gonna wait a couple of turns to pull this knight up. The Halberd of Flaming is good against squishy targets, but the Dagger of Venom, despite being a dagger, is still better against the high health targets that aren't resistant to poison, because I get to stack the poison up. Having said that, I'm really lazy, so I tend not to switch between 3 weapons. I only use 2, really. So if I do forget, as long as it doesn't kill me, I think it should be alright. As long as it doesn't cost me any consumables, sorry. I'm gonna back off here a little bit. I have the ability to be ranged, so I should play as a ranged guy, not as a melee guy. I think that's probably one of the reasons why I don't like ranged. I always play as melee, so I tend to use the positioning of a melee, and that tends to get me killed a lot. Or at least make me feel like there's a lot of situations where range is just weak. I'm not really sure, though. I can't confirm that. I need to shoot at this red robe rather than the demons that are next to me, because they'll time out if I kill the summoner. Bond of Teleportation I already have. Sack of Spiders is excellent. Gloves of Dexterity is pretty good. Everything else is not that great, but I will hold out to see what's next. RF plus, RC plus plus, MR minus, Int plus 4, and Stealth. That's pretty good. Poison Resistance is a must-buy, because it's one of the things I need. The ring is also incredibly good, and it's good enough that I might consider buying it as well. A Ruined Rapier could be an electrocution, so it is going to be bought. Draining is fine. I think that's actually better than the Flaming, because Draining will stack a flat amount. The ring is definitely going on me for now. It covers a lot of my resistances, and I can put it with this to get RF, no RF, but a lot of RC, and also Int. The only issue is now I have no MR, which is kind of scary, but I have a ring of magic, of protection from magic, which is fine. I think the protection from fire can now go, because I already have one that straight upgrades from it. Sack of Spiders, and I already have 2 wands of teleport, so I'm not going to buy the 3rd one. My gloves are fine. Strength is just as good as Dex, honestly. My low strength is not as good, so if I had a reasonable amount of strength, I'd like 16, I would very strongly go for the Dex, because it might give me an extra point of dodge. But for now, it's not really that helpful. So yeah, as I say, this shield is going off because it's done. Fighting can probably go off for a very short while. I'm loath to turn fighting off. I tend to never turn it off. I have Evocable Flight as well, which is going to solve a lot of the problems in Shoals. That's really good. So basically, I have a lot of tools now, which is pretty good. The 2 runes should be good as long as I'm very careful. I'm just considering whether or not Shoals is the better option now that I know that okay, Portal Projectile, Apportation, Passage Equilibria, all good stuff. I guess Shroud can kind of go on as well. Whoops. Portal Projectile can go on A, probably. I don't really know where I should put it, but yeah. I think I'll stack... I'm not at max piety with Nemlex. I don't want to go too low in case he stops gifting me legendaries. I know it's not really that big of an issue, but you know, just in case, don't want to screw myself over. Potion of Flight should be fine. I don't really need it. What else did I need? So do I want to go to Shoals or do I want to go to Snake? I have all the tools to go to Shoals, and I have all the tools to go to Snake, except I have MR-, which makes Snake slightly less good. Snake also has... I do have R-Elect though, and I have R-Poise. So that I think that really does mean that I should go with... Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Slaying off, and that's going to give me enough resistances to handle everything in Snake. And if I need the R-Elect, I'll switch it off with the R-Poise. Depending. The main thing is that Snake has a lot of issues, a lot of enemies to fight. You've got Salamanders, you've got Shock Serpents, and you've got the regular Nagas. So all of these are kind of dangerous. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, right, that's not... Okay. So like, I have a lot of enemies to contend with, and I just need to consider the best way to, I suppose, juggle my resistances. Another Cure Mutation, good. Ever since the stupid Nemelex, the damn Helix card screwed me over. Haven't quite been the same. We've got 2 legendary decks of destruction. I guess we can drop that. The crappy one. I'm going to keep enchanting the Hunting Sling in the hopes that I don't get anything better. Sorry, in the pessimist, like, thought process that I won't get anything better, so I might as well just keep going with this. It's not going to do pretty much. It's pretty much going to do nothing in the late game, against like Orbs of Fire, say. But honestly, I don't really have a choice at this point. Oh yeah, I need to turn. Okay, so I'm going to turn Fighting down, and I'm going to train Short Blades up to 14, and then once that goes off, I can start training Translocations, which should be pretty good. I'm going to hold off on training too much. I'm going to hold off on training too much spellcasting because it's at -3. It's not that efficient yet. When I say yet, I mean I'm not going to be better off training spellcasting for a little while. I already have a lot of mana. Spell Hunger doesn't really matter to me, and at -3, it's going to cost a lot more than it really should. Gloves. I can think of Archery as the best one, right? Archery, perfect. Wow, that's really good. That's Slay +4. Okay, that's guaranteed going on. That's never coming off. There's no way in hell anything could possibly be better than that. I'm willing to give up more than 5 AC for that, because that's actually incredible. Stacking on the... Wow, I got a double gift again, jeez. And Nemelex really loves doing that. Alright, well, like, stacking on double slaying with that would make my character basically invulnerable. So the damage would be incredible. So I am very happy to pick up a Gloves of Archery. I completely forgot they existed. But yeah, because I never play range, so this is turning out really well. I have like a ton of slaying on this character now, so much so that I can easily take out characters like Greater Nagas. I think the Venom might go soon. It doesn't do too much in here that I can do elsewhere. I have plenty of damage. I have plenty of escapes. I have pretty much everything I need. Oh, that's pretty bad though. Let's try to run and go this way. Yeah, there we go. I can make a kill hole. Even ranged guys use kill holes. Like, just because it's range doesn't mean that you don't use melee strategies. I know obviously I'm taking damage, but I'm regenerating at the same time, and I'm putting out way more damage than I think that they can handle. With that much slaying on me, I don't even have the +3 slaying ring on too. It's pretty crazy actually. So yeah, I can treat the Gloves of Slaying as a +4. Sorry, the Gloves of Archery as +4 slaying. So if you think about it like that, it suddenly becomes a lot better than you'd be expecting. I'm gonna dig, make sure that I'm not being surrounded by dudes. Two surround, as in like having one at the back and one at the front, is alright with me because I can just blink away. But having like 3 or 4 is kind of scary. So I just don't want to have that. Don't want to have to deal with that. Short Blades is definitely going off now. Translocation is going to be focused. Fighting, it's going to stay on because I think halflings have minus 10% HP, so they're a little bit squishy. Might be a bit scary. Alright, good. So that's going to be... Ooh, another rapier. I'm hoping that that's going to be electrocution, I guess. I don't really know though, honestly. Rapier of speed is alright. It does pretty much no damage though, that's the only issue. But with high slaying, I don't have any slaying, that's the problem. If I had slaying for melee, I'd be a lot happier to just go ahead and do that, but I don't, so kinda sucks. And my slots are being really high again, which is really annoying. But I can't really do anything about it because it's Nemelex. Yay. They said they would fix it. They said changing Nemelex would fix his stuff, but it didn't really. I guess I can get rid of Cure Mutation. I'm going to have to come back for it later, but meh. Like, turn count's fine. I don't really care about it too much. If I were being optimal, I'd go all the way back to Lair and get it. Let's train more Int. Int is fine. Whoa. Portal Projectile is really far off. 99%. Okay. That's fine, I suppose. Yeah, I should probably drop these flights because I have evocable flights, so didn't really need it. I guess I'll drop protection from magic. Man, this is really bumming me out. Disintegration. I kind of want to have 2 on me because I don't like wasting, having not enough charges and then having to go back for it. I really like Disintegration and Digging. Both of them are really great for molding the landscape, which is something that a lot of players take for granted. So, you know, want to keep it. This deck of war is going to suck the Shadow, so I'm going to drop it. Shadow is not really that helpful for me, I think. Not really, anyway. It's just going to lower my LOS, which is alright, but honestly, there are better choices, I think. I know I was going to switch to the RLEC ring, but it doesn't seem that big of a deal. Not yet, anyway. Like, I seem to be able to kill things pretty quickly, so it kind of doesn't matter. Like, I'm doing more damage to them than they are to me. So the RLEC is not critical, I think. We'll see, though. It does about a third of my health, which is alright. It's not terrible. It's very manageable damage, I think. Especially if I manage to kill it before it even touches me. Alright, so getting that extra level popped my stuff down by quite a bit, so that's good. That implies that I'm going to be getting it online in maybe 2 dungeon floors, which is reasonable. 2 or maybe 3, so. Alright, cool. What do I want to drop? Probably just a deck of war. No, I think that the this Solitude can go. I only need 1 deck of escape, realistically. Man, this food is... Oh, right, I've got a lot of food. Maybe I can eat all that, and then I'll clear some slots up. Yay, there we go. I got rid of 3 slots. Can't wait for them to one day homogenize all the foods into 1. They already did that with fruits, and I'm very grateful for that. Having like 25 fruits is way better than having like 2 chocos, 13 grapes, and 15 watermelons. Though watermelons were never a thing. But yeah, having the slots would be way worse with this if this character were playing in that old version where fruits were not the same slot. I just have to be eating so much stuff. Just gonna keep eating. There's no real reason not to. There's not much I can eat here. I'm gonna definitely enchant the Gloves of Archery because that's pretty much the most amazing thing in the game for this character. It's equivalent to pretty much the Gloves of War. I think that's the only one that could be better. Or like some ridiculous resist-based amulet, and even then, half the time I would still want to go with the Slaying. I'm shooting at range because I'm pretty confident that nothing's going to get into melee with me. That Boa Constrictor was pretty... Sorry, the Anaconda was pretty scary. Because it can do this to me. Okay, that sucks. I can't go up for some reason. There we go. I can blink away from it. I have no idea where it went. There it is. Yeah, I could have killed it, but I kind of wanted to run away, just in case I had like a bad enemy come in sight. Didn't want to be halfway through fighting it. I'm losing quite a lot of stones actually, so might have to stop spamming as much. Maybe use melee for some of the more weak enemies. Unfortunately, I'm getting double halberded, but they're actually doing nothing to me because I have pretty good defense, I guess. I definitely need less armor, I'd say. More dodging should suffice for now. I have 27 AC and only 20 dodging. I want probably more AC. More dodging. 27 AC is probably more than I need for the rest of the game, really. But obviously I will want more if I have the chance to get it. Yeah, so this character's been giving this character a little bit of serious thought now. I don't really know why. He's just a regular guy. But I think it's pretty fun to play a halfling. I haven't played much halfling. The only halfling... I think I've beaten 2 halflings at least, but I don't really remember what they were. I think both of them were Trog. One of them was a Wanderer that went Demon. I don't remember. It was a while ago. But yeah, I haven't played a Sling halfling before. I don't really care for the what is going on. What? Why did I just move like 5 random spots? What the hell is that? Okay, I guess I'm gonna dig, disintegration, and then war. And then hopefully that's going to help me, give me some time to regen. I don't think my ranged combat is encumbered while I'm in the water, so that was completely fine for me. And I'm just going to sit here and tab. Let my regen take care of the enemies while I run away, while I fight. This is going to be a very long drawn out battle, so I need to be ready to teleport. Oh, this guy already teleported me. That's fine as well, I guess. A lot of dangerous enemies here. I'm gonna do this, I guess, just to break through the wall. I was hoping that was solid, but I guess it wasn't. Okay, so something's hitting. That's a... What hit me with for such high damage? I think it's just the habit of protection, honestly, so I'm just gonna back off a little bit. Oh, this is Snake 4. Okay, this is suddenly a lot worse than I thought it would be. I'm going to magic mapping just to get out of the way. Just to make sure that I know where I am. I didn't realize I was in Snake 4. I tend to do that. Especially because nowadays, Snake 4 is what Snake 5 used to be, so I'm used to seeing Snake 5. But Snake 4 is actually the danger spot, so, you know, a little bit of adjustment errors there, I guess. Let's go down this staircase because I know that there's nothing there. Man, I've lost a lot of stones. Did I drop them on the ground? Oh, I did. Okay, good. It's gonna be a sad day when I actually run out of stones. I have no idea how that's gonna happen, but looks to be the case. I'm actually dropping quite a couple. I'm gonna start spamming these decks of destruction because I really have nothing better to do. Focus. I feel weaker, but I have more decks. That's fine. It didn't seem to affect my stats very much. That's all good. Crystal Spear. Okay, so that deck ran out already. Storm card. That's cool, I guess. I should probably focus the guy that can poise me. Probably summon another deck of war. Shadow. Completely useless. Another deck of war. Summons me. That's pretty good. Oh wait, he kind of sucks. Because it's wielding nothing. Damn it. Sucks. Oh well. I should probably wield this, yeah. So I'll summon another deck of war. Hey, I summoned another me, but this one actually has a good... Actually, that's a good weapon. That's pretty nice. Let's just shoot. I think shooting is fine here. I could get teleported into a bad spot. I did. So what I'm going to do is... I can't... Okay, I couldn't cast spells, otherwise I would have just run for the apportation on the rune, and that would have been okay. But I didn't get that, so I'm surprised that anything managed to turn me into a porcupine at this stage in the game. But I don't have any MR, so I guess that makes sense. Get teleported again, that's fine. I got teleported again. Just gotta wait it out. I'm gonna back off into this corner here so I can fight again. I don't really need buffs for this spot, because I don't think anything can kill me in here. In a 1v1 at least. I am a little bit worried, but at the same time I'm okay, I think. As long as Vashni doesn't show up, I think I should be able to take out all these enemies for free. Well, for free, but also for the million stones that I'm throwing around. This guy really is David to Goliath. He is throwing stones. And he's a halfling. Though I guess David wasn't. Was David a halfling? I don't remember. It was a while back when I read that story. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. There we go. So this is where I guess the game is ramping up a little bit too much for me to rant, I suppose. But yeah, I am not sure what I want to do for the channel after this. After this is definitely going to be the Road to Lair, of course, finishing that off. But I don't really know what I want to do after that. I might do a Cataclysm series in the middle, just because it's kind of fun. Okay, for sure though, I have to clear this floor, which kind of sucks, because I have way too many stones in this place to realistically give it up. Resting here is fine. The whole chamber should be really decompressed by now. So, realistically, standing in here is probably as safe as standing out there. It's slightly less open, but meh. It's slightly more open than the rest of the dungeon, but it's not a big deal. I just need to pick up all my stones and leave, basically. Yeah, so I'm just going to be killing everything on this floor and then auto-exploring to pick up all the stones. Once I do that, I'll be alright. I have dropped a lot of stones. Wow, I probably lost about 100 stones in this floor alone. Which is kind of awful, but I am using it very, very freely. I don't really... The word escapes me, I don't know. 170 stones, so I think I had like 200-ish when I started, so I lost only a little bit. That's alright. It's not bad. Especially considering the stones are not going to be useful that really... As damage goes, they're very weak, so having crappy stones is not... It only does 2 damage base. Like, right now all the damage is coming from the electrocution, the slaying, and the sling itself. Everything else is kind of useless. Alright, so shoals. That leaves shoals to be done. And then we start on vaults, I think. After that, so there's a stone here. Might as well pick it up. So I will be doing that soon. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it immediately, but yeah. So thank you for watching. So I'm gonna do shoals then vaults maybe. I'm not sure I can fit that into one video, but I'll try. I'll do it pretty fast, I guess. Yeah, as I predicted, Portal Projectile is pretty much done now. Apportation, Shroud of Glubria, Passage of Glubria all need a little bit more training in translocations. I think I can afford to turn dodging down, put a little bit into spellcasting. I have 22 dodge, which is okay. It's not the best, but it'll do for now. So yeah, in terms of everything else, I'm pretty much fine. So, thanks for watching. See you next time.